we're going to be turning it over to our relatively new segment. One of the fans suggested to us a couple weeks ago, that we've really fallen in love with quickly here. We are smitten with it. We're going to turn on the spotlight. Wow, I messed that one up. That's crazy.
No, it's cool.
Turn
it's
on
right.
the spotlight.
It sounded great.
It's early here. I was up till 2 a.m. making notes, guys. Sorry about that. We're going to turn the spotlight on Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr., a guy that's been having a stellar season and isn't getting the recognition he needs to. B's been making bets on this guy all week, all season, making a bunch of money. So I'm going to turn over to him. I'm going to let him take over this segment and introduce you guys to Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, so Michael Pittman Jr. has been in the league for a few years now, so I don't think we need to get in the weeds as of his strengths, what stuff he doesn't do well, whatnot. We all know who he is. He's 6'4", 200 plus. He did run a 4.5 at his combine or his pro day a few years back, and the way I kind of describe his ability is I don't know if y'all played Madden a while ago or NCAA 14, but when you created a player, you could pick what skill set they had, and they had templates for that player, like a sure-handed guy, a freak athlete, or balanced. I think he's just perfect sure-handed receiver. He doesn't really play fast. He doesn't look really athletic to me, but he just catches everything, almost everything that comes his way, and that segues into the whole sports betting thing too. So, as E has said, I've been placing the straight bets on his reception lines for the past almost the entire season, since week 4, I think. And every week, Vegas does not up his line, which I don't know why. I don't know if there's one is to keep betting it, and then one day he just flops and they make a bunch of money, because I've been making a ton of profit off Michael Pittman Jr. His line right now on FanDuel is 6.5 receptions, and to give you all some context, he hit that line for 6 weeks straight, right? So it's been the three boom, boom, boom for 6 straight weeks, getting more than 7 catches, and he hit that line for 10 weeks overall this entire season. So he's winning a lot more than not. And I think that I'm going to keep betting that line for the rest of the season. Yeah, sure, he might not hit it here and there. He might not even hit it today, since we are recording on Saturday. But I mean, he's winning more times than not. So you're going to make a guaranteed profit on it. And I'll keep it short and sweet. That's kind of my spotlight on him. If you all do bet, if you haven't already, for the next 4 games, bet on his receptions line, because he's hitting that more times than not. And I won't be surprised if FanDuel just ups it to 8 or something like that, because he's getting at least 8 catches for the past 6 weeks. It's wild. It's almost free money.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely is free money. I mean, just to emphasize it too, he's got 95 receptions through 13 games so far this year. So he's averaging about, 6 receptions a game anyway. So his average is literally what the weekly bet's pretty much been. And just to elaborate a little more from the football side of it, guys, he's the ultimate possession receiver. He's the vacuum. I just need to get out to somebody. Just to give you the context of that kind of why I say that, he's had 1,000 yard season. That was his second year. He barely broke it with 1,082, but he had 88 receptions. In 2022, he didn't even hit 1,000. He had 925 yards, but 99 receptions. I mean, guys that are getting 100 receptions a year, almost 100 receptions a year, usually those are guys that are going for 1,500 yards. So to be getting those kind of receiving numbers, receptions numbers without the yardage, just kind of tells you everything you need to know. He's that wide receiver too. He's that possession guy. He's the sure-handed kind of guy. I mean, every season he's got a catch percentage almost 70%. His lowest was his rookie year where he had 65, but last year was literally 70%. I mean, that's a wild number for success for a receiver. And we do know, I think he's a free agent, like you mentioned, going after this season. And he's the kind of dude that you would love to pair with, a Stephon Diggs. You want to pair him with a Jamar Chase, someone where you've got a well-established wide receiver one that's going to take a lot of the tension away, and you can just go in there and thrive and be that sure-handed kind of guy. As for contract, I don't see him getting like the top 20, 25 million a year. But if he came in around, 15, 18, I think that'd be a solid payday for him. And I think that's something a team would probably be comfortable with. We know what we're getting out of this, but yeah, just like a chain mover kind of guy, like almost an Anquan Bolden kind of. I don't think as elite as Anquan Bolden, but that kind of that vibe. But
yeah,
that's our spotlight
agreed.
on
He's definitely
Michael
not getting
Pittman
paid
Jr.
like wide receiver one money. Yep.
No.
Love it.
That's our segment on Michael Pittman Jr., guys. That's our turn on the spotlight segment. Let us know in the comment section what you think. Is there anything we missed? Do you disagree with him being a possession receiver? Do you think he's going to get paid something more? Give us a like. Hit the subscribe button. We do this every week. From there, guys, we're going to be moving on